Okay, in this video I'm going to be going into portable sewage systems for your RVs, travel trailers and motorhomes and everything. They have a thing called the Blue Boy, and you can use that to fill up from your main tanks, and then you just bring that to the dump station. Okay, and that helps out an awful lot, like especially if you got a campsite that you've set up a lot of stuff, especially like long-term visitor areas and stuff. I've got this screen tent, I've got all kinds of ropes attached, and basically you don't want to have to take all that stuff down just to bring your gray water and your black water to a dump station. So they got the thing called the Blue Boy. I use a 25-gallon. And so it would weigh almost 200 pounds, but it's on wheels and it's got a handle. And there's two ways to use these. They come with a special gizmo that connects to this handle, and then it hooks up to a hitch ball on the back of your vehicle. And because it has wheels, you just tow the Blue Boy to the dump station using your vehicle. The other system, what I came up with, I think is better, because sometimes the dump station is many miles away and you can't really go fast towing one of those Blue Boys. So I came up with just using a simple aluminum cargo carrier. I hook up to the hitch, and then I made a simple ramp out of plywood and a couple of hooks on there. And I designed it so it fits inside here on the bottom when I'm not using it. So it's right inside here, and then the Blue Boy goes on top of that. Normally I have it hooked up to the back of the trailer. Okay, the cargo, this cargo carrier. So anyway, I just pull it up, with the ramp right up into here, and then just take that to the dump station, because like at times I've been like sometimes 10 miles from a dump station. So that's all they use. It's so much easier than taking down your whole camp and bringing your whole RV, hitching up your RV and all that kind of stuff. Now believe it or not, I can go 5 to 6 weeks without having to do this. And basically you got your two valves. Gray water is here. So I pull that, simple thing, just going to dump right into your tank here. Okay. I'm going to close that just because I'm doing this video. The other valve here, that's your black water tank. Your gray water tank is always going to fill up faster than the black water tank. So as soon as your gray water has filled up, you're just going to dump, mine are 25-gallon tanks, because this is only a 22-foot trailer. So this is 25 gallons, so I have to go to the dump station twice. I fill this up with the gray water, dump that, come back, and then empty out the black water tank. But like I say, I go about 5 or 6 weeks, because the only water I use inside the RV is for my shower, taking showers. And you just have to learn how to take a 3 to 4 gallon shower, basically. And you can't shower every day, because you're going to fill up a 25-gallon tank real fast. So you can do sponge baths also. But and the sinks, I've got the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink. And what I do there, so I don't fill up my tanks really quick, is I put those rectangular plastic bins that fit perfectly inside the sinks in these RVs. So one in the bathroom, one in the, then you dispose of that. It doesn't go into your holding tank, And now my trailer didn't have a gauge on it showing how full the tanks are getting. The only way, I figured out how to determine, when it's going to get full is basically when you're taking a shower. That's the lowest of your plumbing in an RV. And it'll start to back up in your, in your bathtub or shower. And then obviously, you know, the tank's full and you gotta, you know, dump the tank. So I just found, you know, mine was started to fill up in the shower, and so, but I've gone like 5 weeks now without having to do this. And like I say, it sure beats having to hitch up the whole rig and try to, you know, bring it to a dump station, taking down your camp and all that stuff. Like I said, there's 2 methods. Now this weighs about 200 pounds when it's full, so I don't think a typical woman is going to be able to pull it up this ramp. So you'd have to just have a hitch ball on the back, and like I say, that will connect to the hitch ball, and then you'd have to tow it to the dump station. But you really can't go more than 3 or 4 miles an hour. So that works in some instances. Otherwise, you're going to have to hitch up your vehicle, your trailer, RV, whatever, you know, and bring it to the dump station if it's quite a few miles away. So, but I'm in a long-term visitor area, and I really set up a lot of stuff. It would just be a royal pain in the ass. It would take me 4 hours just to take down all the ropes and tents and everything. You know, just be a royal pain in the ass. So I recommend the Blue Boys. Now, like I say, what I did here, I'm also into welding, and so I welded this socket on the back and this spike rack. I welded that on there because I brought my welding machine with me, and I also welded on a 4x4 1/4 inch thick steel bumper, because this trailer had just a tiny little 1/8 inch bumper, and if you ever backed into a tree or anything, this thing would crunch. So I went to a steel yard and I paid $60, put 2 coats of primer paint and 4 coats of overcoat paint, outside paint. Had cleaned it really well, and that was been 4 years ago, and it's not shipping and it's not rusting or anything. I did weld that on there, and I also welded on, because I do all my own, you know, basic mechanical work. I welded on this vice grip onto the back bumper also, because you know, it comes in, it's one of the handiest tools to have. Okay, I think that's about it for this episode. Like I say, normally I just have that cargo carry right here with the Blue Boy and a cooler packed in there, just for added space on the back of the RV. I think I'm gonna call this video a done one here. I probably forgot some things, but anyway, this is Eagle Eric signing off.